In this video, we're going to show you how to install the air intake charge temperature sensor on your Jeep Grand Cherokee located on the top side of your engine. To remove our ground terminal here, we're going to use a 13 millimeter on the nut side and a 13 millimeter on the bolt head side. Go ahead and loosen that. Give that a wiggle, pull that off and set it aside. With your hood open, I'm going to go ahead and come over here. We're going to use our flathead screwdriver, loosen the hose clamps on this here. I'm going to go ahead and pop this off. Go ahead and set that aside. Now on the air box itself on the top here, there's going to be two 10 millimeter bolts. There's one down right underneath here, and then there's one right on the passenger side in the same location. Our particular model vehicle, these are missing, but you would use a 10 millimeter socket to go ahead, loosen and remove both of these bolts. Once you have those loosened and removed, come on right here and there's a vacuum tube. Simply pop that off. On the back side by the throttle body here, there is another hose clamp. Use your flathead screwdriver, loosen that clamp. You can lift up on this here. Pull that off of the throttle body. Go ahead and set that aside. Now just to the right of your throttle body here, you're going to find the air charge intake sensor right here on the back side. You want to go ahead and reach back here and we're going to disconnect this connector. Now, if you want to get in there a little bit easier, you can go ahead and separate these connectors as well. You're just going to press in on these little tabs on the bottom of this white one here. Push in on that, grab that connector and slide that off. And you can reach right back here, pinch that tab and slide that off. Now there are a few different types of air temp sensors, how they attach to the intake. There's a threaded one, there's a clip-in one, and then this one here is a twist. This one here is a tab on the back side of it here. You can use a small pocket screwdriver. Just gently lift up on that. And then we're going to grab the sensor and turn it counterclockwise. And I'm going to turn it and then lift up. There's an O-ring that secures this in place. So I'm going to make sure that O-ring comes out with your sensor. And here is that little tab that was locking in. That's what we're just gently lifting up on and turning this counterclockwise. We're just going to clean up around this port here. Go ahead and take your temperature sensor and we're going to push that down inside. Here we go. Drop it in and it should almost line up and drop right in, and then we can continue to turn that clockwise until that little lock tab snaps back in place. Install your connector. You can hear it and feel it snap in, and do the same for these two. I'm going to go ahead and line up our upper intake. Our rubber O-ring goes around that throttle body there. Work that back and on. Go ahead and tighten down this clamp right here. And once you have this snug, go ahead and pop on the vacuum tube on the side right here. Now on either side of your air box, you're going to have those 10 millimeter bolts. Go ahead and install those there. There's one right down below here and one on the passenger side. And we went ahead and sourced a bolt there. And you just want to make that nice and snug, not super tight, but just enough to lock it into place. Go ahead and repeat this process for the passenger side. Install your air intake tube here. Once you have that installed, go ahead and snug down the hose clamps. You want to make sure that these are fully seated up against the air box and then over here as well. I'm going to go ahead and tighten this up. Once we're done here, go ahead and install your ground terminal on the battery. Now, if you have any check engine light codes, you want to go ahead and clear those before you go ahead and take this for a road test. At that point there, you're all set. You use a 13mm wrench to hold the head side of the battery bolt. And let's go ahead and snug this down.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.